Finally tonight, he dunks, he rebounds, and now he curates an art exhibition. For sports fans, these are familiar sights. Shaquille O'Neal, now with the Cleveland Cavaliers, is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. A four-time NBA champion and 15-time All-Star, known for the size of his talent on the court and of his personality off it.
From this day on, I would like to be known as the Big Aristotle. My new nickname is Wilt Chamberneasy. Shaq. He's the greatest of the universe.
Shaq, the name he's best known by, has been an actor,
I am Kazam,
rapper, and even trained for what he sometimes says is a future in law enforcement. But a curator of contemporary art?
You know, a lot of people don't know that I love art.
Shaq recently agreed to curate an exhibition put on by the Flag Art Foundation in New York. He picked the artworks from images provided by the gallery, and he picked the show's name, Size Does Matter. Remember, this is a man who wears size 23 shoes.
So, you know, I named this art show Size Does Matter because, you know, when something is so big and so beautiful, people have to take a second look.
A gimmick? Sure. But for the foundation, a nonprofit that presents thematic exhibitions free to the public, it was a chance to use Shaq's celebrity to bring more people to art.
What we originally thought of is a theme that somehow addressed this idea of size in contemporary art. So when we were going through this theme, we thought, who would be this representation of size, not only physically, but in terms of just how he views life and his approach. Of course, Shaq came to mind, and he was #1 on our list.
Size Does Matter includes works by 44 artists, from the very small, like Maurizio Cattelan's elevators and Tomoaki Suzuki's wooden sculptures, to the very large, like Robert Therrien's table and 6 chairs, and Big Man by Ron Mueck.
This one right here is titled Big Man, of course, but if you look at this picture, you could always say, big miserable man, man that's thinking, big man, what are you looking at? But I like this piece because it makes me feel small. See, I'm 7'1", 350. This guy's about 9 feet, 780. So it makes me feel small. Plus, it's beautiful.
One well-known artist who participated, Chuck Close, liked the focus on size.
I'm interested in extremes, you know. And I always thought, why wouldn't you want to make something really big and why wouldn't you want to make something really small? Well, the juxtapositions make a lot of sense given the premise, size matters.
British artist Willard Wigan went small for Shaq's show, very small, with microscopic sculptures made from fibers that fit inside the eye of a needle, including one he called Micro Shaq.
There's an old saying, less is more, so I wanted to sort of bring that to this exhibition. Micro Shaq. It took me 7 weeks to actually complete. The painting was very difficult because I had to pull out one of the very fine eyelashes from the corner of my eye, and I had to place it onto the end of a needle with a little piece of super glue. If I have to slow down my nervous system, I have to work between my heartbeat to do it. And then I had to paint so gently without making a mistake.
When I first saw it, he told me how he did it, I was like, there's no way he did that. I mean, because if you think about a little pen is very small. You know, a lot of people have to lift the thing and put it through. So, you know, he had to, that's hard right there.
Not the language an art critic might use, perhaps, but Chuck Close, for one, says Shaq scored as a curator.
I have to say I'm really very pleasantly surprised. I think he put together a very interesting selection of work, and he did a whole hell of a lot better figuring out what art to put in here than I would get shooting hoops, I'll tell you that.
Have you thought of a art-themed nickname?
Not yet. Shaqasso?
That doesn't mean Shaqasso is turning full-time to the art world, though. O'Neal is back doing his on-the-court artistry as his team now competes in the playoffs.